Good morning and welcome to the Simply Wine Show. I'm your host, Lachlan McDonald. Please give it up for the incredible wine hulk, Justin Hurricane Harcourt. Cheers, my friend. It's great to be here. Good to see you.
It's good to see you, Lockie. I don't think I've seen you for a couple of weeks. I mean, we've had a lot of time on the road together.
We have.
And it's good to see you back here in sunny Sorrento.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. Now, we've got some topics that we need to discuss. One of them is, if your close friend, Elon Musk, had a winery, what would his winery be called? What grape varieties would he make? And how would he make it?
Look, Musk is an interesting character. I don't know if he really enjoys. I don't think he's a drinker. He probably doesn't drink for good reason.
Yeah.
Because he's out there. But if he did drink, I think he'd be a Pinot Noir man.
Okay.
Bit soft.
Yeah.
And
bit soft.
Okay. And I don't know. You're right. He'd probably think about how AI could make wine. And, he wouldn't do it the normal way.
Yeah.
He's South African origin. He'd probably be trying to figure out, how science can deliver the best wine.
Okay. By the way, Elon, even though we do think you're pretty soft, we are looking for a sponsor. So if you feel like, sponsoring us, please drop us a line and we'll be happy to oblige you. Now, so if he was to make wine and it was made by AI, would you prefer to drink that over a winemaker?
Well, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think AI is great for a lot of things. It's good at doing my emails.
Yep.
It's good at giving me advice on how to cook food.
Yep.
But is it good for making wine and replacing the winemaker?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, one thing I like about the winemakers, if it's no good, at least we can bag them.
Yes.
Give them a bit of heat. Whereas AI, I don't know. I think the whole conversation is it creative? Is something creating something out of its love and passion to do something? And that's what winemakers do.
So I was at a winery recently in Chateauneuf-du-Pape, and the lady there who ran the domain was saying that she believes in 2 to 5 years that there'll be robots that actually make the wine and not the humans.
Well, I think that'd be a very sad day. Very sad day.
So you're going to give feedback to the AI, which is going to take your criticism and go, Justin said, I'm soft, I'm lacking tannin, my oak use is not good. And they will use that information that you've given them and then put it in the next vintage and make a...
Yeah, but sometimes when you taste wine, it's not about what you like. You've got to be led on a journey by the winemaker, what they're trying to explain to you and teach you. Sometimes you don't like things, but, I don't like, I didn't like going to school. I had to go to school.
Yeah.
I don't like waking up on a Monday morning at 5 o'clock to go for a walk on the beach, but I do that, right? So sometimes you've got to do what you don't like.
True. Now, speaking of wine, what do we think of this Amiot Seville 2021 Chambol Mussini Premier Cru La Plante? What do you reckon, mate? Is that up to your standard?
It pretty well is.
Oh, it's pretty amazing, this
it's
wine.
It's a top wine, and I thank you for bringing it.
Anytime.
It would be difficult to beat a Pinot Noir of this calibre anywhere.
I think so, mate. This is beautiful. So, speaking of wine and journeys, where did yours begin?
Oh, well, I think I was about 11 at the time. My father and my mother, they used to put on a Sunday dinner and everyone had a little glass of wine. I think it was a Hardy's.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Beautiful.
Nothing too special.
Yeah.
But, I think, with my kids, I've tried to do that as well. Get them in early.
Do you think
teach them a few things?
Do you think they're going to have as good as palate as you?
Of course not. How could they?
Come on, Tom's doing all right.
I spend a lot of money on my palate. And I don't think, I think too, as you evolve and you get older, when you're younger, you've got more to do in your life.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Now I'm old. I just like drinking.
Yeah. Well, we've had some pretty good experiences lately. I mean, we're in Rome and Positano and Bonnier. We sampled the local.
San Sebastian. I ended up in
Yeah, I know.
San Sebastian drinking Rioja.
Beautiful.
So, no, we've had a great trip, but there's nothing like home,
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah. But we're drinking a French wine.
I know, but we should really be drinking an Australian Pinot. Have we got anything coming?
Look, we'll get something, don't worry. This is the first, little hurrah into.
Okay, I'm happy. Don't
Into the
worry,
stratosphere.
I'll drink their wine.
Yeah. So we hope everyone else out there is, enjoying something epic. If you want Justin to come and sample any of your wines you have in your cellar, he will happily do so, including myself. And so, fast forward to a few years ago, what have you been drinking lately and what have you been enjoying?
Well, I think, 2020 was a big year.
Yep.
I bought a lot of wine off you in
Thank
2020, a lot of wine. I drank a lot of wine, put on a lot of weight, had a lot of fun. I think, the last few years it's more about really for me trying to get quality wine that's at peak drinking. That's what I'm interested. That's why I hang around with you.
Yeah.
Because you know what you're doing.
I think so.
I think you do.
I think we, both enjoy great wine and being surrounded by other good people and just, having the experience and going places, meeting new people. Some people we don't like.
Oh, I like most people. If they bring a nice bottle of wine, I like them instantly.
Of course, mate. Of course. So, I mean, like some of the wines we had in Positano up on that deck with, what's his face, Giorgio, the king salesman.
Giorgio's the biggest thief that I've ever seen.
He was a good guy.
We called him Ned Kelly. He was a shocker.
He was quite funny. He was always kind of angling the most expensive bottles on the list. And we were like, look, we're not, in Elon Musk territory where, the great
we weren't. But Giorgio was having a fair crack, wasn't he? But
he was enjoying himself.
I like Giorgio. He was okay.
He was.
He's just, we had a great time.
We did. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Now, I'm just going to run a few things past you, Justin. A couple of quotes, which I'd like your opinion on. So, wine is proof that God loves us and wants to make us happy. Benjamin Franklin said that. What do you think of that?
Well, I think Benjamin Franklin's a frickin' genius, isn't he?
Good to hear.
He was a genius, Benjamin Franklin, so I agree 100% with him.
Okay.
But, is there a God? The Greek god, Bacchus, was the wine.
Yes.
So, I prefer to believe in that type of God.
We believe in Bacchus, don't we?
I believe in Bacchus.
We definitely do. Wine is sunlight trapped in something. That was by Galileo Galilei.
Really?
Yes.
Was he an alcoholic at the time?
He could have been. I don't know.
Sunlight trapped. Well, what's the saying? 100%. You've got to get this right, mate, if we're going to do it.
I'll have to come back to that one, but it was quite funny. I thought that was good. And then there was one other one called In Vino in Verite, which is, I don't understand whatever that language is. What do you think that means?
It's Italian, isn't it?
Yeah, what do you think that means?
In Vino in
Verite.
Verite.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would be something like live well, drink well, something like that.
Something like that. Oh, I can live to that.
I think we just say that's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. We can do that.
Live well, drink well, mate. Cheers.
It's a beautiful Burgundy, by the way. Amiens Seville, 2021 Chambon Mussini. How good is that?
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Especially since I didn't have to pay for it.
Okay, so now a few quick fire questions. Choose one or the other. Mount Mary or Yarra Yering?
Oh, Mount Mary.
Standish or Samioti?
Well, I think Samioti.
Okay. Rousseau or DRC?
Oh, DRC.
Okay. What about Giaconda Chardonnay or Cullen Kevin Johnson?
Come on, mate. You just go Giaconda all day.
Okay.
With everything.
Okay. Salon Champagne or Jacques Salos?
Ooh. Well, I think Salon is my favourite.
Okay, I like it. How many bottles do you have in your collection right now?
Well, You see, I'm not really a collector. I'm a drinker.
So you're a consumer.
I'm a consumer.
Yeah.
And I've gone past the point where I think that I can store a lot of wine
Yeah.
to keep up with what we need to do. So I buy wine ready to go. I'm ready to drink stuff now. What would I have? I don't know, probably 600 or 700 bottles, I'm guessing.
And if you were to give, other wine enthusiasts or people getting into wine advice, what would you tell them, Justin?
Well, I think it's all about how old you are when you start, right? So if you're young, you can put stuff down.
Yeah.
But you know what? I've seen old guys now. I've got a few mates and you know who they are.
Yeah.
And if I look in the camera, they know who they are too.
Yeah.
That just hoard their wine.
Yeah.
And they never drink it.
Yeah.
They let it go and let it go. There's no point. At some point you have to drink it. Don't let it go off.
Yeah.
Share it with your friends.
Yeah.
So anyone out there who's hoarding wine, give me a call and I'll come around and drink a bottle with you.
There you go. So that's a good tip. So you think people should share their wines with their friends, don't hold on to them for too long, and just keep the collection kind of manageable.
Correct.
Yeah.
About, wine needs to be moved. It's about peak drinking. There's nothing worse when someone opens a bottle of wine and it's an old French Burgundy and it's gone brown and it's off and it's, in tatters.
Yeah.
And you think, well, 5-6 years earlier would have been a perfect drinking wine.
Yeah. And in terms of what you've had over your, wine journey, what would you say your most memorable wines have been?
Well, look, I think, really, I think Australia does it as well as anywhere.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy a good Chardonnay out of Australia. Giaconda, I think, is one of the best I've ever had.
Yeah. We had that Bonnet de Matre we had that you brought the other day was off the chain.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoy. Look, I'm not a wine.
You're not a wine label drinker.
No, I like what I like.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if it's, I move on very quickly to the next bottle.
I can testify to that. He does. He definitely does. So if he comes over, brace yourself because he's not going to have one bottle. He'll probably have, a couple more. But that's what it's all about.
Of course.
Yeah. Letting the day flow, having a nice lunch on a deck in Positano with, a bottle of champagne.
Food and wine with friends, it doesn't get any better.
It doesn't. Cheers, Justin. Good tips. Is there anything else you should tell these, up and coming wine aficionados?
Well, I think, the key is if you have good wine, don't share it with people who don't like wine. I've made that mistake before as well.
That's a massive tip.
You've got to share it with people who enjoy, what you enjoy.
Yeah, yeah. That's a massive tip.
That goes for everything in life too, I think.
Yeah.
Get rid of the losers out of your life and hang around with the winners.
Elon, we're still looking for that sponsor. Yeah. We're ready.
We'll take your money.
We're here. Justin's a massive fan.
I don't think he knows how to have fun, right?
Maybe we should get him on the show.
Well, if he wants to turn up, no problem.
We could get him on we could teach him about wine.
I'll ring him on Monday.
We'll send him a Twitter text or whatever it's called X.
X.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Elon.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's do it. Cheers. Now, I made a bit of a faux pas before. One of the quotes is actually, in wine, in vino, in verite, means in wine there is truth.
Oh.
What do you make of that?
I think that's the biggest lie I've ever heard.
So what you're saying is when people drink wine, they lie?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, of course. They become bolder and they make statements that are outlandish.
But isn't that good? Having, when you have a couple of, glasses of liquid courage that you're ready to go. You're pumped up.
Well, I think it's all about moderation, isn't it? Maybe that's for who invented that? Who was the person who said that again? You've got the list there. Come on, get it out.
I'd have to check that. But then the other one is wine is bottled poetry. That's pretty good, I think.
No.
Yeah, it is. It's uncorking a.
I think we're getting a bit theatrical with all this stuff, right? We've got to get back to the basics.
Okay,
Right?
really?
What is good wine, right?
Well, that depends.
What was Benjamin Franklin's? What was his one again? What did he say?
His was, wine is God's way of saying to us that it makes us happy. And
Well, you see, that makes sense.
yeah, because wine makes you happy, doesn't it?
Oh, makes me very, very happy.
Makes Mel happy, your wife?
It makes all the girls happy, I think.
Okay, that's true, I think. Champagne, Chardonnay,
Everything.
rosé. We didn't have some very good rosé while we were away, did we?
Well, I don't like rosé. I think rosé should be banned.
You made a comment about people that talk about colour in rosé.
Yeah, that's all they talk about.
Okay.
But that's all I hear from everyone. Oh, well, when you go out and get a bottle, can you make sure it's light? It's got to be the lightest
Colour.
pink colour. You might as well just drink a Pinot Gris or something.
It's got no colour.
It's got no colour.
Yeah. But then I noticed that during that conversation that there were some people that disagreed with you. One of them was your wife.
Well, she's the main instigator. she only drinks for colour.
You've got to have colour. I mean, look at the colour of that. This Burgundy, it's beautiful. Premier Cru 2021.
Yeah.
In terms of this wine, where would you say it's on its age spectrum and drinking window, Justin?
Well, I think it's pretty well there. 2021. Pinot Noir. You don't want to go too much further, I don't think, with this.
Oh, this.
Do you think this would go a lot further?
This would go a fair way, I reckon.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, another 10 years easily.
Yeah. I see. I'm not into drinking Pinots too far in. I like them. I like the fruit vibrant.
Yeah.
And this is obviously a very nice Pinot Noir.
Very well made.
Reminds me a bit of the Mornington Peninsula.
Oh.
Hey?
No, it does not. You can't say that. That is so bad.
Is that bad? Yeah.
That's as bad as you calling Elon Musk soft.
Oh. Okay.
And
we don't want to get sued.
We're still waiting.
We can't afford to get sued.
We're still waiting for him to sponsor our show, and we can't be saying these
I'm
things.
sorry, Elon. You're not soft.
What is
You're our mate.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear.
Yeah. And I don't think he doesn't know how to have fun. I reckon he should just give us $1 billion and we'll go and have fun for him.
Oh,
right?
we could do that. We could show him how to have fun.
Exactly.
We could buy a whole lot of wine for him.
A lot of wine.
Oh my. What would we buy for him, Justin? What would you put in Elon's cellar?
He'd need a serious cellar, I would think.
Well, let's go. You've got to...
We'd have to travel the world and pick out what we need.
Okay.
Right? From the best of the best from every denomination, every country.
Okay.
We'd just start at the top.
Okay.
And work our way to the really high end.
So do you think we'll get let in if we say, look, we're here on behalf of Elon. We've got all this money.
We just need some type of Elon seal that we can get in.
Okay.
With an unlimited black Amex.
Okay. Surely they'd let us in, wouldn't they?
I think so.
I don't think they would, mate. They wouldn't care. They'd say, who are you? See you later. They'd be like, no, not today.
Oh, well. Can only dream.
That's it. Cheers.
Cheers again.
You're supposed to have a sip, mate, because, that's all part of it.
Sorry. So, what else? What's the next question?
Well, we could talk about where you think the wine industry is headed. I mean, the current market climate is...
Well, not everyone's not happy, are they?
No.
It's turned into hell.
Yeah.
And it's mass-produced rubbish that is the problem. So people like you have a very important job right now to educate the young'uns about what's going on.
Do you think we're doing a good job about educating young people?
No, I don't know if I can educate too many people about
I think you can,
people.
because, you have a lot of experience.
I certainly do.
And so, but the stories that I'm hearing are that some wineries around Australia are ripping out vineyards because no one's buying wine anymore, because the next generation want to, look after their health, which I get. They want to, not drink so much.
I think it's coming down to money. It's about what they've got left over, and it's discretionary spending, isn't it? Alcohol. And when I was young, you could go out and have a reasonable drink at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Now it's not there for the kids anymore. It's a lot harder.
Yeah.
And they're allocating their funds accordingly.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So they're not helping the Australian wine industry. They're not helping the boutique winemakers anymore. I think, it's got a real problem that's going to happen in the next 10, 15 years because the education that we've built up and the people who have been buying wine may not be there in the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, it's a problem.
I'll be there if I'm still drinking.
You'll still be
But it'll
there.
be the young uns.
Yeah.
They need to fire up. We've got to help them.
Well, don't they have to help themselves?
Well, it's not so easy if you don't have the money to do this. That's the problem.
So you need to find friends like Elon just to help you.
Correct.
Okay. So that's a good point.
Not everyone can go out and buy a $50, $60 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And really, that's where we are for reasonable quality these days.
We should be considering ourselves pretty grateful, shouldn't we, for the wines that we drink.
Well, I'm very grateful I've got a friend like you.
Thanks, Justin.
Share his wine with me.
Thank you. We've shared a few bottles over the years, haven't we?
We have.
So what if I told you that I went to a restaurant just last night and it was a quite notable restaurant and they had a wine list and I reckon there was probably 40 to 50 wines on the list and everything was $85.
Yep. But the problem is, and this is my big whinge about going to restaurants and very good restaurants are doing this.
Yeah.
Is that their wine is just not up to what we would expect to drink for the price and the vintage.
Yeah.
It's all very, very young wine at very big prices.
Yeah.
So for people who go out and collect wine and have a little bit of knowledge, it's very difficult to buy their wine off their wine list.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm a big preacher now of a lot of these restaurants, if they can't deliver what we're after, they should just charge us reasonable corkage and we bring our own.
Yeah,
right?
for BYO, yeah.
That would be an easy way out for them.
Yeah. What's a reasonable price for BYO, Justin?
Well, I think if you're going to bring to a good restaurant. And look, these guys, again, the restaurants, they've got to make money too. I'm not saying they don't have to make money because it's not easy running a hospitality venue these days.
No.
There's more things against you than for you. But I think if you said to them, look, we're going to bring a reasonable bottle, and look, some of these bottles that we're looking at, these restaurants, $85 minimum, and you probably wouldn't drink it, right? So the stuff we're looking at is $150 to $200 a bottle.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't want to drink it, right? The stuff you want to drink is probably $500 or $600 a bottle. So if you bought what the comparison of that from your cellar, well, you'd probably pay $50 or $60 for a corkage, wouldn't you?
Well,
if you've got a special wine, right?
So
maybe the restaurants have got to fire up and think that way,
And then what about, does glassware matter to you?
Of course.
So they should have special glassware for you.
Well, I think so. Again, if it depends on where you're going, but if you're going to a very high class, restaurant, they should have the glassware ready to go, shouldn't they?
Grassel glass, of course.
Grassel.
Yep.
Yeah. Or, I won't mention the other brand,
yeah.
but it should be there.
Yeah.
And if it's not there, then they're not delivering, the promise.
So your ideal restaurant is that it's BYO.
Yes.
$50 to $60 per bottle.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Maybe the restaurants. I think it's weight for age.
Okay.
I'd have a weight for age scale.
So you're saying if you turn up with, a magnum of Ceylon champagne, what would you charge for that?
Well, let's say, Magnum Ceylon champagne. So what, a cup, two or three, four, who knows, $5, $6 some of them, right? So, I think the reality is, you'd have a capped out price.
Okay.
I'm not going to get crazy here, but I think if you're bringing something to a restaurant, it's got to be a quality bottle to start with.
Yeah.
Right? They don't want you bringing what they've got most of the time, which is their 2022, 2024, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So it's got to have a little bit of vintage. It's got to have a little bit of class about it. So I think $40, $50 I'd pay. I think that's unreasonable.
So all I hear is that you're putting the restaurants on notice a bit by saying that their wine lists feature wines that are too young and they need to have wines with age.
Yeah.
But you said before that it's quite a demanding market at the moment, and for a restaurant to do that, they have to outlay money.
Yeah.
So they have to outlay money to buy stock and then hold it and wait till they deem it's ready to release on their list. That's a big cost. How do you sustain that when business is hard?
We can't. I mean, hospitality industry is now absolutely screwed anyway. They've got all kinds of problems of how they can survive.
So would you start a restaurant?
Absolutely not. You'd have to be insane. You'd have to be totally insane. And why would you do it? Right?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. But there's people out there, obviously, have passion and like pain. I'm not one of them.
I know. Well, good luck to all the restaurateurs, eh?
Well, I think it's never been harder.
Yeah.
And I feel for them.
But we're going to do our bit. We're going to support them, aren't we?
I think so.
Yeah.
We should actually go to a couple of restaurants.
Well, we've got some
bring a
plans
bit of
coming up.
wine.
We've got some
We'll
plans.
pay the corkage.
Yeah, we will. We
Right?
always do. We always do.
Good wine, good food.
I've got a personal account. So someone that I know was at a restaurant enjoying a nice meal, and it was a BYO restaurant, and the waiter came over, collected the bottles, was decanting the wine, and then came over with another decanter and accidentally knocked the decanter, and the decanter broke and glass fell into the wine, into the decanter. What should happen in that instance?
Well, I think mistakes do happen.
Yep.
And it's just, to me, if it happened to me, it's an accident, right?
Okay, so
You can't blame someone. It wasn't done on purpose.
no, it was an accident.
Now, a good restaurant
yes.
would say, okay, look, we're going to give you another bottle of something. They probably couldn't replace what you had.
What if they had the wine, then got a sieve?
Oh,
They poured it through a sieve into another decanter and served the wine.
no. Well, I don't think that's safe.
Wow, that's what happened.
And you drank it?
We drank it.
Okay.
We couldn't believe it. It was, I don't know, I've never encountered that before, but it was a first.
Well, you're still here?
Well, luckily, cough, cough. Have you had any incidents at restaurants where you've looked and gone, that's a bit,
What, with wine? Well, I
like
think...
breaking corks and...
well, that's just standard.
We do that all the time.
That's
It's fine. It happens all the time.
Standard, but when you're talking about breaking glass,
Yeah,
drinking,
into the
I think
decanter.
that's a bit... I'm a bit worried about you now,
Well,
doing
I'm okay.
things like that.
I'm all right. It makes you tougher.
Obviously. No, look, I think the restaurants have got a tough deal. We've got to help them.
Yeah. I will.
We've all got to get behind your best restaurant out there that you love and
Definitely.
support them.
Definitely.
But if they can do a corkage deal with me, I'd be very happy from here on in. Because
mean-
their wine list's not up to it. Very few restaurants have I gone out and I thought, this is good value for what I'm buying.
I think it's a fine line because the market prices have gone up for everything and they're just kind of, we need to make money.
But however, I have been to a couple of dodgy Chinese restaurants and they've got no idea what's happened. Someone bought the wine about 100 years ago and that's a bit of a tip.
Yes,
right?
it is.
You go to the dodgy Chinese restaurant.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be dodgy, some reasonably quality. I could name a few, but I don't want to kind of give away where I'm heading here.
Okay.
And they hold the wine for a while,
Yes,
and there's a few hidden gems at the Chinese restaurants.
Yes.
You've just got to look.
I agree with you. I like that. That's a good tip for any wine enthusiasts out there.
That's my tip of the day.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers again.